not only sympathy, but also to show that you are here for justice, for respect, for tolerance, and for dialogue, wherever it may be. I believe very strongly, and I'm not saying this just to make feel everybody good, but I believe the kind of sacrifice that we have seen over the last couple of weeks, and many of us who have been waging this war through non-violence with the Tibetan people over the last 50 years, we know that Tibetan people inside, they came out with one message to the Chinese authority, and that is to say that they're not alone in this fight for justice, because they knew that across the world, including Holland here, that there are thousands and thousands of people who support them, who are here, who are there, who have been with them over the last 50 years. And that gave them tremendous support, courage, resilience, and sense of perseverance. Therefore, while I stand here on behalf of all of those who at this very moment, not only, I don't know what they're really going through in Chinese prisons, those who have been arrested, like Jan said, thousands of them have arrested, are going through immense sense of torture. While we stand here, I remember them and I pray for them. At the same time, I would like to say, my dear friends, I'm not going to give you here a long history of what we have seen in the last couple of weeks. The international community has seen it. And therefore, I believe that you are here again today. This is for your third time. Many of you, we have not seen before, but felt to say to the Chinese leadership, enough is enough. Today we are here to tell not only Chinese leadership, but also International Committee of Olympic Committee. Olympic torch out of Tibet. Why today we take theme Olympic? As many of you know, that today the Olympic torch arrives in Beijing. And you have seen yesterday, although they may be in 1 or 2 numbers, but still Tibetans and their supporters have braved the Greek police batons. They were beaten, they were dragged along and sent off to Greece prison. Here today we are to say to the International Olympic Committee that we are here to say that having the Olympic torch pass through Tibet on 20th of June will be the most shameful act of this century, not only to Tibetan people, to the entire humanity. We are here today to tell that. As we stand here, my dear friends, hundreds and thousands of our Tibet supporters across the world, as today is global action to come up, to stand up for right, stand up for human rights, stand up with Tibetan people. I also would like to take this opportunity to extend our appreciation for the Amnesty International Dutch section who also represented here today. And I see the banners, Tibet, UN investigation now. Tibet, media access now. Tibet, no repression of free expression. Thank you, Amnesty. Thank you very much. Now, yes, thank you, Amnesty. Thank you very much. I'm sure that 50 years ago, that the founding fathers of Amnesty International in Britain would be proud that Amnesty represents here today. We know Amnesty not only represented here today, but Amnesty, one of the organizations that comes up for rights of which color, which people, creed, despite everything, they're there to defend those rights. This year, UN celebrates the 60th anniversary of United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. Now I believe, what is there to celebrate? What is there to celebrate if the only world organization that really has, if 191 members have the political will to act and stand up once and for all against the dictatorial regime in Beijing, to really reflect back to its 3 resolutions on Tibet, 1959, 60, 65, to really revisit those resolutions, and UN says to the Chinese that Chinese must come to talk to Dalai Lama. And therefore, I believe that Amnesty calling for UN investigation in Tibet now is very much in line of His Holiness Dalai Lama, who had appealed the very first week when unrest started, when the Chinese started blaming His Holiness for everything of their misacts, that everything is Dalai Lama's mistake, everything is Dalai Lama has done. Now Dalai Lama has appealed United Nations to send investigations. Now today, my dear friends, if we stand here and we are not only thinking about Tibetan people, the invasion of Afghanistan by Soviet Union, the invasion of Tibet by China is not fundamentally different than that.